Alright guys, we're gonna continue our project. So in this video we're gonna create the tabs. Okay, for the tabs we're gonna use React tabs library. Let's open it. React tabs. And this link. Alright, here's a good documentation, guys, you can check out. And to install it, we're gonna use npm install React tabs. Let's do that. Let's open the code editor. Let's open terminal. npm install React tabs. Alright, let's check the package.json. So installed. Alright, let's close it. So guys, okay, let's close this. So okay, let's start it. We need to create the main component for the tabs. Okay, let's create it. We're gonna name it tab component. It's gonna be the main. In this component we're gonna render all our tabs. So it's gonna be, let's do it stateful because we're gonna use some state in here. And I like to cut the export default and put it down here. Tab component. Alright. So let's go back to documentation for the tabs. And here it is. We need to copy the import line. Let's put it down here. Okay, and let's build it. Inside the div, we're gonna create the tabs component. Inside the tabs, we're gonna build tab list. That doesn't work. Okay, let's do this way. Tab list, and inside the tab list we're gonna create the tab component, and we need the three of them. So first of all, let's add the text tab link 1. Let's copy and paste 2 more times. That's number 2 and number 3. That's gonna be our navigation. Let's save. Let's go to our main component and let's import it. Imp shoot. Okay, so we need 2 levels up in the components, and that's gonna be tab component. And let's name it here tab component, and let's put it in here tab component. All right, so we're gonna render in here. So let's open the browser. Let's see. Yeah, we got our links in here. Okay, so let's style it. First, let's bring the icons like here. So if you remember, guys, in the first video I provided you the link to the project files with the SVGs and images. So we need to bring the SVGs like icons. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, let's open code editor. To import SVGs, first of all, we're gonna, guys, create one more directory, and we're gonna call it tabs nav. And inside this folder, we're gonna create 3 components for every SVGs, and we're gonna import it in tab component. All right, And okay, let's create the first one. We're gonna name it tab door .js. Why the tab door? Because we have the first icon, it's open door, so that's why I called tab door. It's gonna be a functional component. And let's open our SVGs. A tab door. Let's Ctrl A, Ctrl C to copy it, and let's close it. And let's add in here. Okay. We don't need the ID. And let's change the class. That's gonna be tab icon door. Let's call it tab icon door. Okay. Let's save it. Let's go to tab component and let's import mp. Sometimes doesn't work. Okay, and it's gonna be 2 levels up. Actually, no, it's gonna be 1 level up in the tabs directory. That's gonna be tab door. Let's delete tab door. And in first tab, let's add the tab door component. That's gonna be our SVG icon. So let's save, let's see what we got. Yeah, it's imported. So now let's style it. Okay, for the styling the tabs, especially for the navigation tabs, let's create the file and we're gonna call it tabs nav.css. Okay, let's first comment it. Tab nav number 1. And let's style our icon. It's tab icon door class, and its width gonna be 2.8125 rem. Let's copy the RAM, and the height, it's gonna be the same. And okay, let's see what we get. Of course, we can see first of all we need to save, and the second we need to import the path to this file. It's gonna be 2 levels up, I guess. Yeah, and CSS folder and tabs nav.css. Save. Let's open again. Yep, we got our icon, and now we have some issue. You see, guys? So it's scrolling on X. Okay, let's rid of it. Let's open the main CSS in our body. Let's do here overflow on X. We want to hide. All right, let's save. Let's check again. Okay, no more scrolling on X. All right, so now let's import the devices and price. These guys. All right, let's do that. So open code editor. We're gonna repeat the same process in a tabs nav. Let's create the new file. We're gonna call it tab devices. JS is gonna be functional component. And let's open our SVG let's copy, let's close for now. Let's close the index, tab doors. Okay, and let's delete div. Let's insert the SVG. Let's save it, and we need to add the class. Class gonna be a tab icon and devices. All right, let's save it. And let's see if it's imported. Of course not, because we need to import. We'll need to go to tab component, and let's actually copy paste this guy and just devices, rename it devices and devices. And now let's add a tab link to, okay, tab devices. And let's do same. Okay, let's style it first. Yeah, let's do step by step. So let's go to tab nav. So let's copy this guy. Let's put down here. Let's do one more for the third one. So we rename number 2 and rename the class devices, and this one gonna be tab icon price. Yeah. So for the devices, the width gonna be 9.6875 RAM. Okay, let's copy this guy and let's add for the height. Okay, let's save. Let's save the component, tab component, and let's go back to browser. And we see, okay, we need to change why the color not changed. Let's see what's going on, because we not colored it. Okay. To add the color and SVG, we need type next rule. If we in the text change the color by the color property, like tag or like a rule, but in the SVG we need to add the fill. Color gonna be white. Okay, it's gonna be here white, and let's add here fill. White. Okay, let's save. Let's go back. Yep. So why am I? Let me see. Something wrong with this guy. Let me see the SVG tab door. Where's my tab door? Let me see the color. It's yes, it's built-in color. It's built-in color. Let's delete it. Let's save. Let's go back. Yeah, they're white, but we're not gonna use the white. We're gonna use actually, yeah, by default we're gonna use the dark gray or main gray. Let me see what the color in our. It's main gray variable, I guess. Yeah, main gray 153. All right. So let's do tabs nav instead of white. We're gonna add variable. It's gonna be main gray by default. All right. Let me copy. Let me add in here and same in here. Okay, let's save, let's check. Yep. Okay, now let's add the last icon, the prices, and let's go back. Okay, we need to create in tab nav one more file, tab price or prices, and just. And it's gonna be a functional component, and let's grab our price SVG. Let's copy. Let's close for now. Oh, this one. Okay, and instead of div, I'm gonna add the SVG, and the class going to be tab icon price. Let's save, let's close, and let's close this guy too. Let's import. Let's copy this guy again, and prices, I guess. Yes, prices and prices, and let's add this component in here, and tab prices. All right, let's save. Yeah, we need to add the rule, the width, because here's gonna be, let me delete, it's gonna be 375 RAM, and let's copy and let's replace in here, and let's save, and let's check this, guys. All right, so let's add the text, because we have the text. Let me copy this guy. Let's go to tab component, and below the tab door, let's add paragraph. Let's do strong and add the text, and let's add here the break tab. And all right, let's do same with the rest. And for the devices, watch anywhere down here, P strong here, and pick your price, copy paragraph strong, and pick your price. Let's save, let's check what we got. Yep. All right, so let's adjust this guy. Let's do for the devices, we're gonna add style gonna be margin top. We need to -5.3125 RAM. Let's save. Yeah, better. All right, so now we need to float it. We're gonna use the grid. Let's go to the tabs, and here's gonna be tabs. Let's comment it, and okay, let's close this guy, and let's go to tab component, and we need to add some classes to the tabs. Class name gonna be tabs. For the tab list, class name, let's do tab nav container. All right, okay, let's save for now, and let's add the rules for the tabs. Let's do padding top. Let's do 1 RAM. Okay, and the next tab nav container. I'm gonna be display. First one is display grid, of course, because we're gonna use the grid. Justify content, center, and align content, center as well, and text, align. We wanna be center as well, and let's add grid template columns. Gonna repeat it 3 times with one fragment, and let's do grid gap 1 rem. Let's see what we got, guys. Alright, so let's rid of the bullets. Okay, list style, and we're gonna give it none. And let's do color. Let's use variable. Oops, not in here, but inside. Main gray, yes. And margin, let's do top bottom 0 and left and right 12%. Alright, looks better, huh? Okay, so now let's do hover, like in completed project. When we hover, let's change the color to white. Let's go back. Let's comment in here, tabs, hover, effect. No, not tab, nav, tab, nav, tabs, nav. Alright, let's do this. Okay, first UL, li, hover, and we wanna color white. Let's do cursor pointer, of course, and let's see. Alright, when we hover, the text is white. Now we need to change the icons, the SVGs. To do that, let's copy this rules. After hover, we need to add SVG path. Let's rid of the cursor pointer, and we can't change the color of SVG by typing the rule color. Instead, the color we need to add fill, because you see, let me show you guys by example. So if we do color, let's see, it's nothing, it doesn't work. Okay, if we add the fill, oof, nothing here, fill. Let's save. Okay. What? Oh, I thought the error somewhere. Okay, now when we hover, it's changing, you know. Good. And let's see what next. And the completed, the active tab. When it's active, the color of text and icon white, and bottom border is red. Okay, let's do that. To do that, let's add some rules in here. Okay, first let's comment it. We're gonna call it the active tab. Let's create the active class. It's gonna be border bottom, gonna be 4 pixels, color solid, and gonna be, now we're gonna use the variable. Okay, nothing here, inside main red. All right, and Okay, let's save for now. Let's go back, and next, how we're gonna implement it? We're gonna use the condition, if statement. Okay, first we need to add the state. It's gonna be tab index. Let's do it for 0. Okay, and we're gonna change the class for the tabs. We're gonna check conditionally. So when it's tab index 0, for example, it's by default the first one, so it's gonna be the color of SVG white, and for the text white, and the border bottom gonna be the 4px red border bottom. Okay, so to do this, let's create class name. It's in the curly braces. We're gonna use the ES6 features. We're gonna add a $, curly braces, and we're gonna say if this that state that tab index equals 0, then we want the class active. Alright, else null. Alright, let's copy and add these two rest of the tabs and put in here. We're gonna change it for the 1, index 1, and last one gonna be 2. Let's save and let's see what we got. Does it work? It's working here. What about here? It doesn't work. Why it doesn't work? Because let's go back to React tabs documentation, and we need add some attributes. Let me see. Yeah, guys, I know what we need to do. We need to grab the selected index. Okay, let's copy it. Let's go back to code editor, and in the tabs we need to add this attribute, this property, and tell the selected index it's gonna be this that state that tab index, this guy. Okay, and unselect, we need unselect, because when we select and call function and change the style. Okay, so let's go back and documentation. In documentation, I want to show you. Yeah, in control mode, the unselect handle is required prop. Okay, unselect. Let's do this. Unselect, and we want to call the function the property tab. Let's add tab index. It's gonna be, we want to change the state. To change the state, we're gonna call this dot set state. It's gonna be tab index. Let's save, and now it should be work. Let's see. Let's go to our project. Yep, it's working good, but we want and like completed project. When it's selected, when it's active, we wanna text be white and the icon white color too. All right. Okay, to do that, we need to add one more class. Let's create it. I'm gonna call it tab selected. Okay. And what we want a color of the text gonna be white. And for the SVG, you remember guys, tab selected SVG path, and it's gonna be fill white. 1 2 3. Good. Let's save. Let's go to tab component and let's add the how we call it, tab selected. Yeah, let me copy this so I'm not gonna make mistake. Copy, and let's add here, here, and here. Let's save. Let's go back to browser. Okay, selected white, selected white, selected white. Let's do some margin in here. So, and tab door style gonna be margin bottom 1/875 RAM. Let's save. Let's see. Yeah, it's better. Okay, we're done with the navigation of our tabs. Now it's time to do the content. These guys. Let's open code editor. Let's create first tab content component. Let's name it tab content 1. We're not gonna use the state. Let's see. Down here, tab component 1, and inside div, let's create another one with the class container, and inside the container, let's create another div with the class tab content. So if we look on completed project, we got the 2 columns, one with the text in the bottom and second one with the picture. So let's copy text. Let's add in a span, inside the span, let's add button, right now. Let's say it break here. And we need to add the picture image. To do that, let's import from images folder. We need to get this one. Okay. And we're gonna import from the images. It's gonna be tab 1 pic .png. Let's like this, and we're gonna name it ng. Okay. In here, let's add image tag with the source ng. We need alternative. Okay, let's save. Let's see. Of course, we need to import in our tab component, and after list, tab list. Okay, let's comment it. It's gonna be tabs content. And we need to add tab panel. Inside the tab panel, it's gonna be our content. Panel. Oops. Okay, and let's import in here our tab component 1, content 1. Tab content 1. And let's add in here tab content 1. Let's save. Let's see. Okay, here's our button. Try it now. Feature. Okay, now let's style it, guys. Time to style. Let's go to the tab content 1. And okay, we're gonna use styled component. So now let's import in here. Components. Style it, and down here let's comment it main content container. Okay, let's create a variable and we're gonna name it tab content container. Style it. It's gonna be div, and let's give it background. Background is gonna be, I'm gonna use variable CSS main deep dark. Okay, and let's style image. The width, it's gonna be 31,875 rem. Instead of the div, we need add tab content container. Same in here. So now it's gonna work. CSS gonna work it now. Okay. Let's go back. Let's continue. Now let's style tab content. Tab content. We're gonna use grid because we need the 2 columns. Display grid and grid template columns. I'm gonna repeat 2 times and 1 fragment. Let's add grid gap to rem and align items center, font size to rem, and padding 2.5 rem. Let's save. Now we need to style our button. So to style button, what we're gonna do, guys, now we're gonna use the power of styled components. I'm gonna show you how we can use inside the styled components the JavaScript. Okay. Okay, let's create another file, the component for the button. button.js, and let's go to the header. Let's grab main offer button rules, actually with the hover. Okay, let's copy, and inside the button let's first import styled components. Let's style it, and let's create variable, and we're gonna call it button, go style it and button, and let's add the style rules, the rules we just copied in here. Let's adjust, and what we're gonna do, guys, so let's see in the completed project. For our 3 buttons in content tabs, we are gonna use the same style as in the main offer, we just copied, but we gonna change the width and paddings with the JavaScript. So we're gonna do it inside the rules, okay? First, let's change the margin. How we're gonna do it? Let's actually cut this margin, and we can write the JavaScript inside the styled components rules, do the next $, and 2 curly brackets. Inside the curly brackets we can add ESX function. So first let's add the properties, props, and props dot primary. Primary, it's gonna be attribute. I will show you how to add it. And if the property, if props primary, we want to add, we just cut the rules for main offer button, we put in here, else we're gonna add the 0 for the small button. Okay, let's finish with the JavaScript, and I will show you how will we change between these 2 buttons the rules. Okay, so let's cut this rams. We're gonna do the same in here. So props, when the props dot primary, we wanna add the 1.5 ram, else we're gonna use for the small button 8 or 0.8 ram, the top and bottom, and 1.3 ram for the right and left and X. Okay, and last row we're gonna change the font size in here. So let's cut it, and we'll do same props dot primary. When it's primary, we're gonna add 2 rams, else we're gonna add 1 ram. Alright, so let's save for now. So now we need to add this property to the main offer button. To do that, let's go to header. Let's delete, we don't need these rules in here anymore. So, and let's see, where's our button? That's in here. So let's add the primary property, and let's import our button component in here. Okay, we're gonna do in here, it's gonna be in button, and we need to import our variable. It's button. Let's save, and let's export it, of course. Export. Let's save, and now let's see. Does it work? Not working. Why it's not working? Because in the header we need to change our link to the button. Button. Alright. Let's save. Let's go. Yep. So the rules working for the main offer button. Now let's import the rules to the content tab. Let's close the header. Let's close the button. We don't need it. Content 1. Let's import button and instead button. Let's save. Let's see. Okay. So now let's make some adjustments in here. For the span, we're gonna add this style. We're gonna add margin button to rem, and of course it's in a double curly brackets. Yep, and for the container, let's add margin top and bottom 0 and left and right. We're gonna use the 10%. Let's save. Let's see. And for our button, let's add some style too. Style in here. Gonna be margin top. It's gonna be 2 rem. Let me see what's wrong. Let me see what I messed. And we need to add some diff in here, guys. Then it's gonna work. After button, let's save, let's see. And now it's working good. Okay. So, and you see, guys, our button working good. Alright, so we're done with the first tab content. Let's do for the second one. Let's create tab content 2, and it's gonna be functional. Let's cut this, let's put in here tab content 2, and now inside let's create the div with the tab content class. Inside tab content, we're gonna have, let me see in here, second one for devices, we're gonna have the top container and on the bottom for our images. All right, so let's create tab top content, and let's copy the text. Let's add inside the span. Let's import our button. And let's add the button down here and try it now. Let's save, let's see. Of course, we need to add in our tab component. Let's first import. Let me comment it. Gonna be tab component 2, tab upon content to, okay, now let's add in here, let me copy, add in here, instead 1, we're gonna add 2. Let's save and let's see. Okay, now let's style it. Let's close tab content 1, this, and now let's import styled components. Style it, and here let's comment it tab, like main tab content container, and let's create a variable const. We're gonna name it tab container, style it div, and let's add right away the background. It's gonna be main deep dark. Let's save, and okay, let's style tab content, tab content, now gonna be margin on y0 and x gonna be 15%, and now let's style our tab container with the text and button, so it's gonna be the let's comment it tab content, and let's add the class tab content, right, okay, and we're gonna use grid, display grid. I'm gonna use the grid template columns. We're gonna repeat it 2 times. No, actually, yeah. So let's do it 12. I'm gonna show you guys why. 1 fragment, and justify content and center, and align item center, and the padding is gonna be 2.5 rem on y and 0 on x. So let's save. All right. Always forget we need to copy the name of our variable, and instead this div, I'm gonna add the name of the variable. Now let's see. Okay, we add 12 columns, guys, because we're gonna adjust our text and the button side of the grid. So let's do this. So let's go down here, and for our span, let's do next rule, span. It's gonna be grid columns. We're gonna start it at 1, and we're gonna end it in 8 column. All right, let's see. This doesn't work as we need to do column and not columns. Okay, Let's see. Yep. So now let's put our button. First of all, let's give it the class for our button. Class name. It's gonna be, let's call it btn. Let's name it btn, and for the btn, we're gonna grid column, not the columns, but column. We're gonna start it at 10th column, and we wanna finish it, end it in 12th one. Now let's save. Let's see. Let's add the margin top 0, 1, 25 rem right left, and on the bottom 125 rem as well. Let's save. Let's see. Now let's style the span style. Let's add a font size 1.5 rem. Let's save. Let's see. Okay, and okay, why our button doesn't work? So our btn class doesn't work, the rule, because we have a mistake in here. Let's save. Alright, now it's working good. Alright, so let's continue. Let's add the bottom content with the images. So we're gonna use the grid. Okay, and 3 columns. Let's do that. Let's add the comment tab, bottom content. Okay, and let's add div with the class tab, bottom content, and inside let's create one div, and inside this div we're gonna add image. Let's import it from our images. Inside the images, and the second one, and the first image, it's gonna be let me see, it's gonna be TV. So let's find the TV tab, tv.png, tab, tv.png. Let's add in here. We're gonna name it img TV. Okay, let's add the source. AMG TV. Let's delete the alt. And let's add now the text. This is gonna be, let's do H3 and some paragraph. Let's copy, and in paragraph let's add this text. Okay, so now let's comment. So we're gonna know, so this is a TV image container, and let's copy. It's gonna be tablet, and one more time for our MacBook. Alright, so now let's import 2 more images. Let's copy and paste 2 more times. This one gonna be MG tablet. Oh, it's not a TV, it's TV. Okay, let's change in here. Wrong spelling. This guy gonna be tablet. And this one gonna be MacBook. MacBook. Alright. Let's add in here tablet. MacBook. Okay, let's save. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Alright, now let's style it, guys. Let's go back and first let's style our image. Let's say style width. We want to be 18.75 RAM. Let's copy. And let's add this image. This one gonna be 0.625 RAM. And for the MacBook image, add 2 more rules. It's gonna be padding top. We want 0.625 RAM. And for the padding bottom, the same 0.625 RAM. Okay, let's save. Let's see. Okay. Oh, it's wrong size. Okay. For the tablet, we wanna. It's different now, not 0. It's gonna be 1875, and the padding. Let's add padding top. It's gonna be 0.625 RAM. Oh, yeah, let's save and let's see. Yep, okay. So let's continue. Now let's style. Let's comment it. Tab, bottom, content. Tab, bottom, content. Is it right? Tab, bottom, content. Okay, I'm gonna use grid. Display grid. And we need to add 3 columns. So grid. Template. Columns. It's gonna be repeat 3 times. So I'm gonna use 1 fragment, and I wanna add the gap. I'm gonna be 2 RAM, and text line center, and let's add margin top. I'm gonna use 2 RAM. Let's save. Let's see. Yes, okay. And now let's change the color of our text. So for the H3 gonna be white. For the paragraph we're gonna add main gray. I guess yes. Let's do paragraph and color. I'm gonna use variable main gray. Yes, and let's do margin for the H3. Let's do it in here. and H3 margin. Wanna give on a Y05 frame. It's top and bottom, and left and right we want a 0. Okay, let's see. Yep, good. All right, so in the last one, for the price, let's add the content. Okay, let's close this guy. So let's create our last tab content. I'm gonna name it tab content 3 .gs. So, and there's gonna be on the top same the text, and bottom end we're gonna create the table. All right, here's we're gonna use React Icons kit. I'm gonna show you guys really cool library. All right, so let's do that. You're gonna use the functional. Okay, let's export default. Let's put down here tab content 3. Yep. So let's import React. Oh, not React. Style it. Components. Select style it, and let's create our variable. It's gonna be main container. Then const. I'm gonna name it tab container, style it, and div. Okay, let's do background same. It's gonna be variable main deep dark. Alright, let's copy. Let's add right away, and inside we're gonna create div with the class name tab content, and inside tab content I'm gonna create tab content. All right, and let's add the span. Let's grab the text, this one. Let's add, and now the bottom, our button. Let's import it from the button and button. All right, it's gonna be after span button. Try it now. Let's add the class name. Class name. It's gonna be btn, like in content 2 was. So let's style it. Let's add right away, guys. Let's copy. Let's add. It's gonna be 3, and let's add 1 here. Let's copy paste. It's gonna be 3. Alright, let's save. Let's see if it's imported in rendering. Oops. Let's save. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so now let's style the top. To do that, we're gonna add the class. Let me see. Tab on. Let me copy. So, you're not gonna watch how I'm typing, guys. Bad typer. Okay, here, and it's display grid. We're gonna do the same like in a content 2. Grid, template, and columns. I'm gonna repeat. It's 12 times in one fragment. Let's add the padding. Gonna be 3 RAM. And right and left 0. 3 RAM is gonna be on the top here, right to left 0, and on the bottom 0. Alright. Let's save, let's check. Yes, so now let's continue. Actually, now let's start the tab content first, like here. Let's give it margin top and bottom 0 and 15% left and right, and padding bottom. That's 1%. Okay, let's continue with our content tab. So for the span, let's use grid column. We're gonna start at 3 and finish in a 9. And for our btn, for our button, let's use grid column. I'm gonna start at 9 and end it at 12. Now let's do some margin. Margin left, it's gonna be 3 RAM, and margin right, it's gonna be 5.1 RAM. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's change the font size for our span. That's gonna be font size 1.5 RAM. Let's save. Let's see. Yes, okay. Alright, now let's create the table, and we're gonna finish with our tabs. Let's go back down here. Let's comment tab bottom content. That's gonna be D for the tab bottom content. And let's add the table. Let's add G head, table head, and let's add table row with 4 table heads. Doesn't work. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. First one we leave it empty, and second one basic, standard, and premium. Okay, let's continue. After T head, T body, table body, and table row. With table data, we multiply it by 4. Yeah, and first gonna be monthly price. That's gonna be $9.99 and $13.99, and last one $16.99. Let's add another table row with table data, multiply by 4. Okay, it's gonna be HD available. Okay, and in here we need to add icons. We're gonna use React Icons Kit. So yeah, it's this guy. Let's check again. So okay, I'm gonna use first. We need import. React Icons Kit. I'm gonna import icon, and we're gonna use 2 icons. It's in icon moon. It's cross somewhere in here. Cross. Where's the cross? Yeah, this one, and check mark. Okay, let's see the path. Icon cross, let's copy, let's import it in here, and the check mark. I'm gonna use this check mark. Let's import. Okay, now we can use our icons. So first gonna be icon, and the path to the icon is gonna be cross. Let's close it. Yes, let's see if it's imported. Our price tab. Yep, we imported. Now let's style it. I mean, not style it, but we're gonna give it the size for now. And size gonna be 10. Okay, and let's add 2 more. Okay, let me do it faster a little bit. Let's copy. Let me delete these guys. 1. That's gonna be 3. Let's change the check mark for this guy. Let me copy and paste in here. Okay, check mark. Let's see. Yep. All right. So let's continue, guys. Let's just copy this table row with the data. Let's copy and let's add in here. Let's change for Ultra HD available. That's gonna be cross. Let's copy, and there's gonna be cross in here. And the last one gonna be check mark. So let's add another table row with the table data, gonna be 4 times. And let's see, HD, and let's copy this text. You're not gonna watch how I'm typing. Okay, and the numbers 1, 2, 4. It's gonna be 1, 2, and 4 in here. And let's copy this table row. Let's copy. Let's add in here with the text. Watch on your laptop. Let's copy text. Let's add in here. And the first one gonna be check mark. Let's add in here. And check mark in here. So it's gonna be 3 check marks. Let's copy again. Let's add. Let's go grab the text. Unlimited movies and TV shows. Again here. That's it. And it's gonna be all the check marks. Yes, we got it. And the last one, cancel anytime. Copy it. Actually, let's add. Let's copy actually this table row. And let's add in here. Cancel anytime. And it's all check marks. Yep. Okay, we have our structure. Let's see. Structure of our table. Now let's guys style it. Let's go down here and let's add the comments tab, bottom, content. Let's style the continue with the tab, bottom, content. It's gonna be margin 2 rams, 2 ram, auto, and let's say for now, and let's style table. So we have one table, so we're gonna just name it use table. Okay, and width We're gonna give it 100%. Margin top is gonna be 2 rem, and border I'm gonna use collapse. Let's save. Let's see what we got. Okay, let's continue. And now let's style table head table t head each. Let's do a text transform. I'm gonna use uppercase, and let's give it padding 0.8 rem. Save. Let's see. Okay, let's style the T body table and T body. I'm gonna display table row group. Vertical line middle, and border color I'm gonna use inherit, and table T body table row table data. Let's do color. I'm gonna use 999 and padding 0.8 rem on top and bottom, 1.2 rem on right and left, and text align. I'm gonna use center. I like always to check, guys, always check. Okay, let's continue. Almost done, guys, with our table. So table and T body, we're gonna guys now style our rows. Okay, T body, table row, and table data, and we're gonna say first child. We're gonna use text align. We want it to left. All right, and table. Now we're gonna change the color of our table rows. T body, table row, T child. We're gonna use even, and background. That's gonna be 222. Alright, let's save and let's see. Yep, so we finish with our table. Let's compare the same. Alright guys, so we're done with the tabs. Okay, so let's do our footer in the next video. I don't want this video be too long. Alright, so see you in the next video. Bye.